Hey yo, folks, what's up? YouTubers, shortwave listeners, ham radio operators, ladies and gentlemen, friends and followers, or people who just accidentally took the wrong exit of the interstate and got stuck by my channel. The worst thing that could ever happen. This is your friend YFUG from home. Hello everyone, I hope you guys doing good and everyone is having a great time. Uncle Gunther looks a little bit beat up. Yes, I am. Yeah, because of the F word. Riding up all the way to the northeastern hills. I'm still not back to normal from 1 week ago when I went to the northeastern hills on a Friday night, where we had the high winds. I mean, we really had storms over here. Wind speed up to 90 miles an hour, which is quite a lot. And I was there to play some radio, and it took me about an hour to get the mast up and the paracords, with the ground nails driven in the ground and making everything secure, plus the ride uphill, that extreme steep, and riding against the wind. The wind came from the north, most likely from the northern region. It was northeast, northwest, always something like that. And I had to abort my portable activation at 4 o'clock in the morning because the weather drastically changed. There was ice rain, snow rain, and yeah, I just packed up my radio safely in my outdoor hard case, and I've been done with that. And then I had to take down my mast antenna, looping up my paracords, looping up the coax cable over under method, like K8 MRD radio stuff. Mikey was showing it in one of his videos. Yeah, and in between of that, the snow rain got really extreme, and I pretty much took a full bath, and I had a 1 hour ride to get back home, and then you had the cold wind blowing from all directions, and I was really soaked, So, anyways, I've been in the field the day before yesterday in the hills, and yesterday that day didn't turn out really. I don't know. It was warm, 26 degrees Celsius, unusual warm for the months of April, but we had some weather like that pretty much 1 year ago, which is not normal for the months of April, especially in my region. But anyways, yesterday 4 degrees more on temperature, but less on sun. The sky was dizzy. It was looking like, hello, what is happening out there? Is the world about to go down? I don't know. Pretty scary, and everything, I don't know, got a little bit out of hand. It's the second time in my career as a portable ham radio operator that I was leaving my place to go play radio and leaving my Android tablet at home. Can you believe that? You're riding all the way, and you're a little bit in pain, and you're finally looking at your destination place, and you go like, okay, finally made it. Gapsing a little bit, trying to take a breath, and then, okay, Gunther, looking at the clock. Okay, you're still good in time, Gunther. No hurry. It's a beautiful day. Just get up the mast and get up your wire antenna, plug the coax cable in, sit down, fire up the radio and check on the frequency. Yeah, that's what I did. And then I open up my backpack and okay, there's my little box with the reading glasses. There is my pencil. What is missing inside of that? And I'm looking underneath of my trailer. Sometimes I do that, I pull out my my bookcase, you know, with there's the Android tablet in it. And when I'm unpacking my rucksack, I just put it underneath of my trailer. I want to have it out of the way, you know, when I plug in the jumper cable and the DC power LED and stuff like that, you know. So I have done all that, and I'm like, look in my rucksack and we're like, Gunther, what the hell is wrong today? Where is your Android tablet? You had it in your hands before, didn't you? I'm looking underneath the trailer and I'm like, gosh, did I left that at home accidentally? I forgot to. Yes. And another thing. Oh yeah, that's the video from Walt. Hang on, I'm gonna share that with you later on. And inside of that booklet, there is some paper. So what was I doing yesterday to write down my logs? I got really bad eyes, and always have reading glasses with me. I still have my mini iPhone SE first generation. I love this model. Works great for me. It's okay for me if you are somewhere outside in town, or you want to really look up something quickly on Google or whatever. But this thing is not good to sit there for hours and checking QRZ.com profiles, you know, call signs and all that stuff that you're doing when you are playing ham radio, no matter, you know, if you do it in a car or the way I'm doing it. I'm like, Gunther, how could you just leave your Android tablet at home? This is pretty much likely the most important thing, except of the antenna and the radio and the coax feed line and the impedance match and all that. I'm like, Gunther. Okay, well, so what I did to help me out of this miserable situation, I wrote the logs in, I saved them in the window of my WhatsApp messenger, and sending that off home to my Android tablet. So this morning when I came home, I had to sit in front of my computer. I mean, I did that afterwards. I was so whacked and so done. Normally I do my videos right in the morning when I come home, and checking on some confirmed logbook entries, usually having a cup of coffee, and then around 8 o'clock, 8:30, something like that, I'm laying down for like 3-4 hours. That's good for me. I'm fine with 4 to 6 hours sleep. It's perfect. So anyways, I was up in the northeastern hills, and I'm like, Gunther, okay, so now you got that problem solved. You use your WhatsApp, and yeah, I had a couple great contacts. I spotted my YouTube Elmer, Jim, in Rocklin, California, Whiskey 6 Lima Golf. Go check on his channel. He is here on YouTube. Jim, Whiskey 6 Lima Golf. So, and I'm like, oh my god, this is Uncle Jim. I just spun the dial. I stopped at, where was it, at 14208. And I'm like, this is Jim. Isn't that Jim? Yes, it is Jim. And I'm like, okay, his signal is not really strong. He's about an S4, but a Super Radio 5. I had to deal with some static crashes, and around that time, in the late evening, when you are on the 20 meter band, a lot of side splatter, because there is a lot of activity. And I'm like, okay, Gunther, stay cool. You know how to do it. Working tough contacts. So, yeah. Listen, and listen again. And then he was talking to a guy in Spain, I believe, or was it in Portugal? And then they were saying 73, and then I found out it's not Jim's frequency. He was just, you know, answering to a CQ call of a European station. I'm like, shit. you've been so close, really so close to make that contact work into Sacramento County, California. That means the whole world to me, you know. Same thing, I'm still waiting for Randy to work Randy, K7AGE, and so many stations. I want to work Larry, K7HN from Ham Radio Live, Larry up in Oregon. You know, that those are very special stations. So anyways, I'm like, okay, what am I doing right now? So then turning my dial again up and down, checked on 17 meters. I went back and forth then to 20 again, and I finished up a QSO. Oh, actually it was a little group, N3, Sierra Juliet Lima, Gary, and Barry, and 4 WFU. I'm saying hello to these guys every day. Those are great ham radio operators. I feel really comfy working DX with them, or if it is just that we meeting on 17, on 15 meters, wherever it goes, on which band ever. And the gentlemen, they were ready to go for the supper, because it was early evening their time, and we said 73, and I'm like, what is that there down in the noise? And then I could hear it clearly as a bell through the static crashes that we had. K4OGO. And I almost dropped my microphone. I said, Uncle Walter, I hear you. Uncle Walter, that's you, K4OGO. Yeah, get out of here, man. I'm like, hey Walter, I didn't know what to say. I said, Walter, you're not in Poland anymore. Where are you at? Are you at home? He said, yes, I'm at Virginia Beach. And he was working a Mac loop antenna, and maximum 20 watts. He could hear me with a 55. He was a 4x4. That explains exactly 4 times of your output, of the output power, to make 1 S unit, 60 beats gaining. He gave me a 55, and he was a 4x4 with some QS Baltimore. And I'm like, wow, today was a fucked up day, and now Uncle Walter came to make it a happy end, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Walter, for you really saved my day yesterday. I was about to come on, Gunther, you know what, pack up that stuff and get back home. It you know, it was all messed up, and I'm like, okay, then you've been riding all this way for nothing. You don't have your database with you, and I was feeling like crap, you know, because I found out, Gunther, you're getting older, you are aging. What was just wrong with you? Stuff like that never happens, actually, you know. This is like you go into travel for just saying, for a weekend trip, and you know, you need to pack up your suitcase, you need to have your toothbrush and all that stuff with you, and a towel, and whatever, you know. And yeah, and then you're leaving from home, and then you're approaching at your destination place, and you go like, oh, I don't have my ID card with me, or I don't have my ATM card with me. You're right in front of the bank machine. You wanna get you some cash, and you go like, checking your wallet, checking your briefcase, checking whatever. You go like, okay, that never happened to me ever before. So whatever you do in your life, it's always the first time. The first time of anything, you know. So anyways, folks, this here is the video from Uncle Walter. And Walter, one more time, thank you so much. I felt so bad, you know. Normally I would have recorded the video, you know, and everything happened so fast. I could have done it with my iPhone, but it already got colder. The wind was blowing really hard and really rough. I had my iPhone in the chest pocket of my jacket, and I didn't thought about anything, you know. We just been doing some DX calls, you know, Gary and Barry and me, and then everyone said 73, and then dang, there was K4OGO. So, okay, folks, here is. Let me turn this thing around. There's Uncle Walter. Look at him. That's him. At the beach in Virginia. That's a little island, I believe, or something like that. Listen.
Hey, it's Walt, K4OGO. It's a beautiful day in April here. It's the mid-80s here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Today I'm going to do something, an antenna I've had before, but never taken it out on the beach. We're going to do the beach with a mag loop today. Stick around. Okay, here's my setup.
Wow, look at this antenna. Look at the Saigu.
Saigu G90. Got my iPad there to log with. There is a LifePo 4 battery down there. 6 amp.
And he has quite some wind.
But there is the Alpha AL705 mag loop. And that's Chesapeake Bay leading out to the Atlantic Ocean.
Wow.
Let's start this thing up and see if we can make some DX contacts. I'm using the AL705 from Alpha Antennas. This thing is also marketed as the ICOM AL705, as it was meant to be used with the ICOM 705. The manufacturer states that you have to adjust your mic gain settings when using.
Look, I gotta stop this real quick.
20 watts.
He is using that mag loop antenna from Alpha Antennas. So yeah, I have seen that antenna on the advertisements on the internet. I mean, I'm not buying it because I mostly run low power, 50 watts, 100 watts. So I don't know how much. Oh yeah, 20 watts peak. This is the maximum power what this antenna is able to handle. I mean, it's actually that. Yeah. So not an antenna for me. Except of, I would just work in QRP. So let me check. There's his radio, right?
Okay, here's the trick to tuning a mag loop. Definitely don't need an antenna tuner. So I am on the 17 meter band.
Yeah, you definitely don't need no antenna tuner.
What you do is you come up here.
Let's go a little bit forward, a little bit forward, a little bit forward, a little bit forward. It is probably somewhere here.
Running a mag loop.
So he's working England. $3,700 miles. Listen to all that wind.
There are those special moments that happen in ham radio.
And here comes the fun part.
Someone you've been trying to get up with. Here's Uncle Gunther in Germany.
Oh my goodness!
He is a great friend here on YouTube.
Oh my goodness!
And it was so
that blew me
awesome
away.
To make this contact. Haha! We finally found each other on the band. That's awesome. I'm on the beach right now, actually doing a video, and you're 5x5 here. I'm using a mag loop on the beach.
Thank you very much, Walter, for the 55. Thank you for the 55.
Yeah.
QSL, I'm not.
Wow, and those are very, very significant moments, very special moments to me. I'm sorry. I was like, I had the microphone in my hand, and I finally I finally got it. Yeah, Uncle Gunther, you really finally made the contact with Walter, you know, because I was trying so hard to make contact to him when I knew he was still in Poland, in Sugar Papa Land for a while. And I'm like, okay, you're able to copy Poland on daily basis on several bands. Not every region of Poland, but a lot of it, you know. And then every time I've been out in the field, had my antenna up and checking the bands, checking the conditions, which band, where is it going through? Okay, North America, Atlantic region, parts of the Midwest, and I'm like, and then I was always check if Uncle Walter is around. He's in Poland. It shouldn't be a big deal to make the contact with him, you know. It never happened. Well, maybe it was just about the timing, you know. What I want to say with other words is, you need to work hard to make things really work out for you. If you want to have success in your life, if you want to come up in your life, don't surrender to really give everything you can. Do the best, you know, to take the most and the best out of everything, you know. This is asking for some effort, and this really paid off, you know. All the he had a hard time probably to find me on the frequency. I mean, that happened probably by, you know, by accident. He was having QSOs and spinning his dial around, and then he goes like, oh, there's Uncle Gunther, woo, you know. So, yeah, that was amazing. I'm like, I had to put the microphone aside. I'm like, grab my bottle of water. Really, I'm like, so. Thank you so much, Walter. Keep up the good work. We staying in touch. And I'm looking forward to talk to you again on 20, or maybe we work on a new band. We will see what happens. There's so much, you know, coming towards us in the future, and I'm looking forward to make this to happen again. YouTubers, shortwave listeners, ham radio operators, ladies and gentlemen, friends and followers, or people who really accidentally took the wrong exit and got stuck by my channel, and Uncle Walter, K4OGO, a happy Easter, a peaceful Easter. I hope you will have a beautiful weather and you're having a great time with your and yours. With this, I'm saying 73. YFUG, waving a hand. Now I gotta switch that window down here. Okay, I made it. I didn't ruin it this time. Last time I clicked the wrong button and then the whole video was down the drain. Have a great one, 73. I'm out of here.